After her husband, King Goodwill Zwelithini's passing. She will be buried in a private ceremony. All right, the palace in Nongoma is patiently awaiting the remains of the AmaZulu nation, Queen Mantfombi Dlamini Zulu. Our SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya joins us live for an update, of course, in KwaZulu-Natal. Very good afternoon to you once again, Simphiwe. What can you tell us at this stage? From the last that we spoke, you did mention the fact that there is starting to be some activity. You did also speak to the maidens who are preparing, of course, at this time, as with the Zulu nation, to receive the body of the Queen, which is of course en route at this time. What do you have for us at this hour?
Certainly, Flo, momentum is slowly building up ahead of the arrival of Her Majesty's remains here at KwaZulu-Natal Mankengane Royal Palace. A short while ago, we saw a group of Amabutho arriving at the palace. Actually, they are just standing next to the entrance, which is the main gates heading inside the palace. They've been singing, praising Her Majesty, just to pay respect to Her Majesty. Obviously, they are going to be accompanying the body as the coffin enters the palace here at KwaZulu-Natal Mankengane Royal Palace. Well, just on my right, Flo, this is the actually the place that is used to prepare food for visitors and mourners who continue to come inside the palace to pay their last respect. It's actually very busy, as you can see there in your visuals. I'm sure a lot of people arriving here since the early hours of the morning, and we've seen also government officials, the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, as well as the MEC for Agriculture here, where they are dispatched to actually see to it that all the processes leading up to the burial are actually, adhered to in terms of COVID-19 regulations. This burial flow is going to be a special or provincial funeral category 2, which was accorded by the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa. I am told by our sources that the hearse which is carrying the remains is not very far from where we are now. About an hour or so, we should be, expecting the hearse to arrive outside the palace floor.
Yeah. Can you tell us about what you know at this stage about preparations? We do, of course, know that it will be a private burial, as we saw, of course, with the late King. And, of course, you mentioned the fact that this is a provincial category 2 funeral. And in these situations where there's a lot of traditional rituals that also need to be respected and adhered to, it's always quite a difficult one to kind of merge the two, as we saw the Amabutho during the funeral of the late King also wanted to participate. We saw that playing out. Is there an indication that there will be that balance between, the rituals that need to be performed and, of course, the fact that, the state is involved in this too? I mean, certainly there would be some lessons that would have been learned from previous.
In terms of the numbers, Flo, we are not expecting the numbers to be similar to those that we saw during the send-off of the late AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. This time around, Amabutho have said they will obviously be here, some of them, to ensure that they give this send-off the dignity that it deserves. But in terms of the numbers, they were upfront to say not very many of them will be coming here. So that is also in line with the COVID-19 regulations that the provincial government has been at pains to actually say that they will try by all means to ensure that those regulations are adhered to. Flo?
All right, Simphiwe, let's talk to you later on. Of course, we do await with the Zulu nation as they are currently waiting for the body of the Queen to arrive there in KwaZulu-Natal. Many thanks to you. We'll talk to you later on, Simphiwe. Simphiwe Makhanya, reporter in KZN for us.